saying hello to everybody. We're actually live now.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Congratulations! You found the Gary and Shannon St. Paddy's Day virtual News and Brews event. There's no pot of gold here, but good for you! Fun fact, Gary and Shannon are both magical and delicious. And now, here's Gary and Shannon.
Is 17 And oil $64.62 a barrel.
The KFI Money Report is brought to you by Bay Alarm. Protect your business with an industry-leading fire detection system. Visit bayalarm.com to get protected today.
Southland weather from KFI. Mostly sunny skies. Highs in the mid to upper 60s. Inland around 60 for the beaches. Mid 60s for the high desert. Upper 40s for the mountains. Temperatures warming into the 70s by tomorrow. Right now, 65 in Buena Park. 60 in Newport Beach. 63 in Van Nuys. 62 in Thousand Oaks. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Layla Muhammad.
Are we squared away?
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
Gary and Shannon, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app on this Wednesday. It's March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And this is our News and Brews. If you are joining us now.
I just saw those baseball announcers.
That's not us.
I thought that was us.
If you want to, you can join us on live on video right now. We are live on the YouTube channel for KFI and also on Facebook Live. So you can see what's going on in our studio today. This is a nice change from... we are all showered and cleaned and ready for public consumption, I suppose.
So usually we're not showered and clean, and we sit in here in our filth when nobody looks at us.
Well, yes. You know this. This is a reality.
You shower every day.
Most often every day.
Yes.
I try to. Because I know what can happen if it doesn't get cleaned.
There comes a time in a boy's life.
And why is this the only thing that we have to drink in the office? This is not very Irish. This is very Tennessee, as a matter of fact.
Are you going to be drinking whiskey?
Well, it is St. Patrick's Day.
It's also 1 in the afternoon. Not to
okay,
judge.
Wow. You hold on a
well,
second.
I got a beverage here that's I think 5%. It's like a beer.
That's less. That's even less St. Patrick's Day than at least Tennessee whiskey.
I'm a really bad Irish person.
Is that kombucha?
Yeah.
Okay,
don't tell my family. Don't admit that.
Some Irish relative of yours is just spinning over in their grave right now.
I know.
Okay. Well, this is sort of the lighter-hearted version of what we usually do around here because it's 1 o'clock for one thing. It's also St. Patrick's Day for another thing. And third, nobody wants to hear us talk about death and destruction at a time like this.
No. So we're going to talk about whiskey?
Well, we could talk about whiskey. There was also a story that came out about what do you say about St. Patrick's Day? Do you say Happy St. Patrick's Day? Do you wish somebody a good, happy day?
Well, yeah, I think so. I don't think we're commemorating the potato famine on St. Patrick's Day.
No, and thankfully there are no potatoes in the office here, which is fine.
Right.
But it's St. Paddy's Day with D's, which I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day is fine, but St. Patty with T's is not fine. St. Patty with D's. That's how you say Happy St. Patty's Day.
That's a big sticking point. You got to get that right.
I didn't realize this, but this is St. Patrick's Day. Please remember it's St. Paddy, not Pat-y.
Yes.
Unless you happen to be celebrating St. Patricia's Day in March, which would be a little weird because St. Patricia's Day is actually not until August. Everybody remembers that.
Who's Patricia?
That one I have no idea. As an Irish Prime Minister, Taoiseach Michael Martin gets set for the March 17th meetup with President and proud Irish American Joe Biden. Of course, his ancestors come from a very specific County Mayo there in Ireland. They don't care what the day is called. And in fact, on the radio, we probably wouldn't even mention it. But because we have to say it on St. Patrick's Day, it's important to say Paddy with a D. That's the end of my speech on St. Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patricia of Naples is an Italian virgin and saint. She was noble. She may have been related to the Roman emperor. Some sources say she was a descendant of Constantine the Great.
What was the earliest you started drinking on St. Patrick's Day?
6 a.m.
Because it was legal. That was the legal time you could start drinking.
That sounds like I have a problem. But that was common practice where we went to college.
It's common practice wherever anybody goes to college
Oh,
for
is
the
it?
bars to open.
Okay.
Yes, that's not a Chico specific
I thought
thing.
it was.
No. That is a wildly
American
general
thing?
American thing that bars open. In our cases, the bars would open at 4:30 or 5 perhaps on St. Patrick's Day. You'd get breakfast, you'd get green eggs and ham.
Sure, you got to put the base down.
Some version of that. And then at 6 o'clock, they could start serving. Because
And
I don't know if anybody realizes that. I mean, everybody knows closing time or last call is supposed to be 2 o'clock, but I don't think a lot of people realize that you can't serve until 6.
It wasn't just St. Patrick's Day either, from what I remember. It was like that weekend or that couple of days.
Yeah.
Where if
you were at different colleges this weekend or last weekend, I should say, they were celebrating St. Fratty's Day, which was happening on Friday, I guess, to extend the holiday for St. Patrick's Day, because college kids, for some reason, need an excuse to drink. They don't just have the ability to drink. They need an experience to drink. They need to label it something to hide their problem.
I don't think that they need an excuse. I just think it's kind of a rubber stamp on it. It's like, well, what else would I do on St. Patrick's Day? Knit. I don't know where knitting came
crochet,
from.
because of Mondo and his crocheting.
Yes.
All right. When we come back, we've gotten some good news about Disneyland. And in fact, they will reopen Disneyland and California Adventure on April 30th, although it might look a little different. Alex Stone is going to join us in our virtual news and brews.
Our first special guest.
You were right about the special guest. I didn't even think about that. But everything is special today, isn't it? On this St. Patrick's Day. Again, we are doing our virtual news and brews today. We're going to have to get some glasses in here to pour some of this stuff into. But News and Brews for St. Patrick's Day is live on the KFI page on YouTube, on the Facebook page for KFI also. And on our social media, we have links up so that you can follow us along. Here's the key. In the breaks, we're going to continue to leave the cameras on. We've never done that before. So
remind me not to swear. Wait, can I swear on YouTube?
If you want to.
Okay.
We're
not going to get pulled off the air?
No one's going to pull us off of YouTube if that's what you're
I could
asking.
say an F even?
If you want, sure. You might as well. Let's run that by the boss first, shall we?
I can't dump that one, though.
Yeah, good point, Jacob.
So good luck.
Gary and Shannon will continue. Our virtual news and brews taking place right now for St. Patrick's Day. Layla Muhammad's over there in the newsroom with an update.
The man arrested in
Hey, it's Gary and Shannon. One of us has a shamrock tattoo, and one of us has named a body part a leprechaun.
Yeah, I mean, somebody says, it's my little leprechaun.
And now, here's Gary and Shannon.
Well, we're live, I suppose, right? We're live. Oh, we're just a car wreck in here is what's happening. A slow motion car wreck. Yeah, see, we're all done. All dead. So can you hear anything? Put your earbuds in. That's what you should.
Oh, I thought we were going to do that spot.
No, we told him.
Oh. All right.
Yes, this is literally what happens during the breaks. Is it's just a giant car wreck for all that time.
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear
Oh, I need to turn. Hold on.
Tap to unmute.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
But do it live.
Oh, they're connected. Oh, I see. I still can't hear anything. It says connected.
How do you get back here? This is really good radio. And video too.
Oh, look, there's Neil.
How do you get back in here? I don't know how to do that.
It's right here.
Okay. And it says you're in the show.
It says I'm in the show.
Everyone can see and hear you. Can you hear nothing?
No,
Can you hear anything now?
nope.
Not even an echo?
No. What are you going to do? You know?
Oh, we're going to give away prize.
Pretty.
That's $7. I mean, that's $7. 2 pints for
I can
$7.
hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you too.
Oh, good.
Look at that. I'm like, I'm looking
Oh,
up
God.
at you. Like it's the.
Yeah, that's terrifying. God. This is why we do radio. Right? Okay.
Man,
Is that
your
better?
giant head.
No.
Yeah. Crazy. Oh, look, I got Baby Yoda over here dressed up and ready for St. Patrick's
Oh, yeah.
Day. Look at that
I've got a
guy.
llama.
Hey, you kids want to do something entertaining?
No, that's clearly not in the.
How about answer some questions? Either of you.
Okay, you got a question? Fire it away.
Yeah. Are either of you Irish?
I have a Irish family and a tattoo of a shamrock by a guy in Mexico named Sergio. Does that count?
Were you drinking? Oh, Mondo, ladies and gentlemen, were you drinking at the time, Shannon Farron?
I believe I
okay.
had a cocktail. Yeah.
One cocktail when you got a shamrock tattoo in Mexico. One cocktail? Okay. No, it's fine. If that's what we're going to do now, is like, hey, we're going to lie during the commercial breaks. That's fine.
I was underage.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
I think no shit is the correct answer to that. What is it? 3-leaf or 4-leaf? We're all going to pretend like we don't know.
I think it's 4.
One cocktail, you say?
Yeah. Again, you're making it look great.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's time to start drinking. Can we see Baby Yoda? Could you hold up Baby Yoda there, Gary?
Oh, I would hold him up, but his suspenders will come off if I hold him up.
I heard you had some issues with those earlier.
Yes, they are built. Oops. These suspenders are built for a creature that is Baby Yoda's size, not for a grown man. So
Yeah, that didn't go well.
So I almost broke them. Is what almost happened.
Hey, what are you doing, Jake? This is the part. Now, this is why we didn't allow you guys to do this last time.
I'm just glad we had that rehearsal.
Yeah,
was this live?
Yeah, this is all
Wait,
live.
this is live?
All of this is live.
Wait, do I take these out now?
Yeah,
No.
I guess we're back now.
Yeah. You come back.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, I will say this.
Yeah.
I think someone's getting fired at the end of the day. I don't know who it is yet. I mean, it still feels like that little twister arrow is still flinging around.
I vote Dave Weiss.
Gary and Shannon, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Also on YouTube right now, if you go to KFI AM 640, the YouTube page, there are also links up at our social media accounts. So on Twitter at Gary and Shannon, Instagram at Gary and Shannon, you will find the links to get to the live video, not only on YouTube, but also on Facebook also. And I can finally see some of the interesting comments that people are leaving on YouTube, because that's a great place to go for fun. I don't know why, again, I don't know why this is the only, I don't even know if we're supposed to say the name, but I'm not sure why this is the only brown liquor we have.
We don't have a
here.
full bar in the office, in the pulpit. How
Clearly.
Irish Catholic is that? We keep our liquor in the pulpit.
That's a good point.
Because of God and the Holy Trinity.
Well, for those of you who, I wish we had a picture of our next special guest. We'll probably pull one up and can show some people.
Alex, do you do any sort of Irish accents or jigs?
No, I've been told when I do accents, I should not do accents. That they don't go so well. So I'm not even going to try right now because I will offend somebody and get in serious trouble.
Can you do an Irish jig?
Okay, here, hang on. I'm going to do it for you right now.
Okay.
Good thing you guys can't see me right now because I have no shirt on, but it's...
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
look at that.
I thought... Wait a minute. So Harry Styles got that tattoo on his stomach because you had one on your stomach first?
Well, yeah, it expands. You know, as you put on a little bit of weight, it's going to be good. Give me a couple more months.
The wingspan on that bird gets bigger every year.
Look at this.
A shirtless Alex Stone.
Hey,
yep, just for you.
Well, too bad we don't have that camera working.
I know. Do you guys have green beer in there? No, you were saying you don't, right?
No,
listen, I have kombucha.
There are a lot of things that kind of fell through the cracks late in the game here. But
but you guys, your employer allows you to drink on the air. It's our policy. We're not allowed to do it. So this is just coffee.
I'll scratch ABC News off my list.
Time to get a new job.
That coffee is
all right.
good.
Hey, good news though, right? We got some good news about what people can do in the coming weeks.
Yes. So Disneyland today, and I mean, let's just get it out of the way. We got to do it. Come on, sing along with It's a Small World. You know you want to. It's going to be stuck in your head now. So today, the big announcement, we knew that it was coming at some point here pretty quickly, that the state had said that Disneyland could prepare to reopen, that we were going down that road. Now that LA and Orange counties are in the red tier, maybe going into the orange tier here pretty quickly. And today, the announcement from Disney CEO Bob Chapek.
I'm so excited to announce that on April 30th, we're going to be welcoming guests back to Disneyland after a year of being closed. We're ready to make magic all over again.
I got to say, Disney's a parent company of ABC News as we talk about this. But for months now, theme parks have been arguing with California and with Governor Newsom about getting open again. And other Disney parks, including those in Florida, they've been open for many months, about 8 months now, operating without problems. And in California, they finally, after lowering some of the rules, they're going to be allowed to reopen. And some of the details are still working out. Here's what Chapek told us today.
We've been working very carefully with the state of California now for months on reopening plans. And while not all the specifics have been given to us in terms of the details of how we operate, we've got a blueprint, as you mentioned, from across the world that I think is informing the state and certainly informs us on how we can do this. And we want to use that experience because it's been so extraordinarily successful.
But here's what we know. The capacity to Disneyland is going to be limited. Reservations are going to be required. Initially, only California residents are going to be able to go. But this is symbolic. When it shut down, it said to so many people that this virus was real and the pandemic was real. Reopening shows we're going down that road of, wow, Disneyland's going to be open again. They're initially bringing back 10,000 cast members. They'll have to ramp up once capacity can go up from there. He says, yes, you will be allowed to park up.
Our plan is to be able to operate so that people can go back and forth between parks. But obviously, there's going to be some operational changes. One of the changes is going to be we're going to have a reservation system, details to come. But a reservation system is going to be really, really important because we want to make sure that while operating under the capacity constraints, that we're going to be able to manage the flow of people.
Which is what Florida has been doing for a while. You buy a ticket, you also then have to go online and get a reservation for the date you want to go and the time that you go in. And they haven't had any major problem with it, but it is going to be different. I mean, bottom line, it's going to be a different experience. Aspects of it won't be there any longer, the fireworks, the parades. But he says generally this is about preserving the Disney experience.
Well, we're certainly going to be operating under some significant capacity constraints, but at the same time, it's going to be that Disney experience that everyone comes to expect. We believe that most of our, if not all of our attractions will be open. Guests will be able to ride them just the way that they've always done so. And then we'll have a few things that certainly won't be ready. Parades, things like nighttime spectaculars where a lot of people tend to gather. We're not going to do that.
So, guys, April 30th, the big day. One of the three resort hotels, Grand Californian, will be open right away. April 29th, the opening the day before they open up the parks. The others will come as they have more need for them, but we now have a date. So now we know.
Is everything going to be open ride-wise, do we know?
They think so. There's going to be some restrictions. The state was going back and forth on indoor rides versus outdoor rides, and it seems like they've kind of come to the conclusion that they can do indoor rides. He says they plan to have everything open, but some of that debate's still going on.
So they said 15% to start. Is there a plan to increase that in the next few weeks after?
Yeah, well, the hope is, looks like Orange County and LA County as well, that we're on the verge of going into orange. Pretty amazing. They've gone purple to red, maybe to orange in the next couple of weeks. That once they get to orange, they can go to 25%. So every little bit is going to help the bottom line for Disney. They said early on that 15% was going to be below the money-making opportunity if you open that low and you've got to staff it with thousands of people and the engineers and everybody to keep the rides running for not a lot of people being in there. 25% is what they initially said they needed to be at. We may be at that by the time the parks open. It looks like that's probably coming next 2 weeks, maybe, if numbers keep going well.
Hey, Alex, I know that your employer doesn't appreciate if you were to tip one back for...
Well, here's the thing.
This coffee right here.
I don't understand. He can't tip one back for St. Patrick's Day, but he can do his report topless.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
You know.
Well, let me ask this:
what they don't know
when we do an in-person News and Brews sometime in the next coming months, will you be there?
Sure.
You've asked him that every single time.
I never show up. And I
know.
say sure every time, and then I never show up.
And I was fooled the first time, the second time, nay,
I know.
the third time.
Can you do it in Santa Clarita? You know what? Maybe we'll go up.
We've done them there.
We have.
We did Wolf
You
Creek
didn't do one
time.
in Santa Clarita.
Yes, we have.
Absolutely.
And
Where
when you
did you do it in
about
Santa Clarita?
Wolf Creek.
Oh, I think that's you must not have told me. I would have been there.
No, you knew.
Okay.
You
No,
knew.
and what's the place up in Palmdale or Lancaster?
Bravery Brewing.
Yes.
Yep.
I've seen them all over Facebook. Their pizzas look really good.
They're going to be
I
fantastic.
haven't had eyes on their
when they start
pizzas
putting
yet.
those pies in people's mouths.
I know.
St. Patrick's Day tradition is pizza.
Go put your clothes on.
Let me get Small World out of your head.
Welcome, foolish
mortals,
to the haunted mansion.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Alex.
Alex,
I'm
still
your
in there.
host, your ghost host.
All right. Remember, if you are watching on video, we have an opportunity for you to win a couple of gift cards for Rock and Brews. We'll tell you how you can win that when we come back or when we see you in the commercial break. And we will continue on the radio in just a moment. Layla Muhammad is over there with an update on some news.
A day.
I got a fun fact. I got a
St.
fun
Patrick's
fact.
Day fun
Oh,
fact.
yes, sir.
Warning, here comes a fun
Yes,
fact.
sir. Corned beef and cabbage.
Yes.
America, not Ireland.
All right.
We did that.
What?
We put that in the mouth. Okay.
And now, here's Gary and Shannon.
You are playing for Bart.
Okay.
So you have 10 seconds. Whoever can make the most points in the pot. You gotta wait for me to count.
Oh.
You gotta wait for me to count. So go ahead and grab as many as you want. You have to sit down. in your
Oh,
chair.
sit down in your chair. I can't even see the pot.
We can stand.
Okay.
You gotta scoot back a little bit. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Go. And we're gonna count down to 3, 2, 1, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Oh, it looks close.
You got the green one?
I have green.
I'm colorblind, so
What?
it looks green to me. Let's see here. The official count is gold, 2 gold, 7 green, 3 gold.
Oh, S.
Oh.
Sorry, Tina.
So Bart wins. We'll have some more games coming up next.
Bart wins. Congratulations, Bart. That was for you, buddy.
Okay, that was for you. You cheated. You threw them all, a big stack of them,
Oh.
in a bowl.
I'm sorry. Did Mondo explain what the rules were?
If you want
No,
rule
he
list
did
beside
not. He
me,
did not
that's
explain what the
fine,
rules
Gavin.
were. No. Okay, that's enough. That was not true.
That was not nice.
That
and
was
I
not nice at all.
apologize.
Do you have a glass of any kind?
What do I look like? Oh, I don't know if that's clean.
I'll clean it. Why would they hook? You're right.
Really
Probably not
dirty,
very clean.
right? Your commitment to having a whiskey at 1 o'clock is strong. I enjoy it.
It's all the same kind of alcohol, right? I mean, the Lysol and the whiskey. No. What's the worst that could happen?
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We all deal with it differently.
We're all coping in different ways.
God. Well, doctor, see, what happened was we were doing a show live, and I had to clean out a dirty plastic shot glass. So I used a Lysol wipe, and then I wiped that with a dirty Kleenex. No, it didn't smell bad. It just really burned when it went down. Yeah, but will the bleeding stop? That's my question. Will it stop ever? James said he loved the shot that you took up your nose because that camera was at a low angle.
Sorry. Listen, I don't know my angles.
Man, Martina says I didn't win the big prize, but I get a T-shirt. So, congratulations on that. When does the food get here?
What do you mean?
There is no food?
The whiskey is your food.
Don't say that.
No?
Doctor, she told me that the whiskey was my food. I believed her. I don't know.
What do you want to talk about next?
We'll talk about those vaccine selfies that everybody's been putting together.
Oh my gosh, I saw more of those today.
And there's well, we'll say on the radio portion, there are people who are saying that it actually does a good thing. So it does a good thing for people to see other people get the vaccine.
Because then other people think it's okay.
Yes. Even though not everybody has a giant hairy arm with a big tattoo on it that they're showing people. Hey, do not forget, Rock and Brews Restaurant, 50 plus beers on tap, serving burgers, wings, pizza, and gluten-free options also. Check out rockandbrews.com for a location near you. Rock and Brews, serving those who rock. Yeah, I made that. I made that from across the room over here.
That's Steve Gregory.
Oh, it's not still sealed. It's
whiskey.
He's
the only one who has drank that. Don't smell it.
Well, it smells like Lysol.
You're like somebody who used to work here, whose name I won't use.
Why? Because the
You're
video's
drinking anesthetic fluids.
Oh, well. Okay, another giveaway from Mondo.
Oh.
Show now.
Okay.
Show throughout the show, this segment.
Okay.
I'm gonna show the keyword, and if somebody calls in, the caller on the paper calls in, and they have to say that word.
Oh, okay. Are they the same?
They're different words.
Okay.
So different callers.
Okay.
When do we switch it?
Anytime. Oh, I get it. We're gonna do it quietly, so they have to be watching.
Oh.
So you can put it right in front of your little thing.
Oh,
like
right
this.
now? Take it right now?
No, not now.
Oh, not now.
So you have to flash the audience.
See, I'm holding the Kleenex box. In a few minutes, that won't be a Kleenex box. In a few minutes, that will be a special word that they have to call.
Special word.
What is going on with being so special today?
$1 gift card.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
You're ready to flash.
Getting ready. Is this us?
Gary and Shannon, KFI AM.
Everybody live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, on our St. Patrick's Day News and Brews edition. So if you are following us on social media, there's a couple links up there that you can follow us on video also. We're on the KFI YouTube page. We're also on the KFI Facebook page.
Should we start flashing now?
Yeah. Well, no.
No?
Mono,
No.
give us a heads up.
I forget when we're supposed to flash.
You can do it any time, but here's the thing. If you are following us on video, we did a little game in the break there to give somebody a Rock and Brews $100 gift card.
Yes.
We're going to do something here in just a couple minutes on video specifically, where we're going to hold up a little piece of paper and it's got a word on it, but we're not going to say it out loud. It's just going to only be on video. So if you're watching us on video and you see that word, you can be the caller number something that's on the sheet also.
Are you going to drink that whiskey or are you going to look at it?
I'm going to give it a moment to soak up all of the Lysol that existed on the wipe that I used on the inside of that shot glass.
That's probably a good plan.
We have more clown clothes in this room and not one Irish piece of either drink or food.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Again, someone's going to be fired.
Well,
I feel like
I
someone's-
don't know. I think that's a bit
Might be too
harsh
much.
of a punishment.
We have for a long time been talking about people getting their vaccines and then posting selfies about getting their vaccines.
Which is great, in my opinion, if you're on the list, if it's your turn to post that.
Sure.
But if I know you're not on the list and you're bragging about it.
Right. It's odd. It's awkward.
It is.
And even if you
because we've talked about it. I mean, there's so many people that need it, for example, before you and I need it.
And we're technically on the list. I mean, we could be on the list. We could go today. If we had the appointment, whatever, but we could go and fit in. We've said before, and it's funny that we both agree. I don't feel like I'm at risk. I don't do a high risk job. I'm not in front of a lot of people. My family's not at risk.
Well, and I've had it 7 times. You've probably had it a couple times.
You had COVID-19 and 20 and 21.
Right.
But I, as long as there are still people who do not have the vaccine that need it, that are at a higher risk, that are working or living with people who are at higher risk, I want them to get it first.
Yes.
Only because they need to be more protected than I do. That being said, there is an infectious disease doctor and co-chair of the scientific advisory group working for the government who says,
is that Dr. Lenora Saxinger?
How did you know that?
I'm very into infectious disease doctors.
She says some people may view vaccine selfies as boasting, especially when other people haven't had their chance to get theirs, like you were talking about. But snapping a picture of yourself, getting the vaccine, being proud of it, don't show the information on your card, but being proud of it and saying, I got it, you should too, actually normalizes getting the vaccine, which is going to be important.
You know, people are selling those Vax cards on the dark web. Like that show that they got the first one because one shot is so effective. If you can bring that I got the first shot thing, you're automatically going to the front of the line to get your second shot. But if you haven't gotten it yet, that one shot probably is going to be enough to protect you. So they're selling them for like hundreds of dollars.
That's more frustrating.
I know.
People taking selfies. But it's also proof. I mean, one of the things that I was looking at earlier this week, we talked about the efficacy and effectiveness of different vaccines and where they're going. And that Brazil, for example, right now is having a really hard time because their case numbers are really through the roof. They haven't had a vaccine rollout to speak of. I mean, nothing anywhere near as successful as we have in the United States. And that in Europe, they were talking about reimposing some of their lockdowns because, again, the case numbers are spiking. They also have not had a great rollout for vaccines. The difference being the United Kingdom. In the UK, they realized that those first doses of vaccine were so effective, they were pushing people back for the second vaccine and basically turning it into almost a booster a couple of months down the road instead of 4 weeks. So that if you look at the statistics, close to 40% of the UK has at least one of the shots. And I think their full vaccination is somewhere around 8 or 9%. But 40% of the population has the first shot, which has been proving to be incredibly effective, just even the first one. In the United States, it's much lower than that. We have a higher percentage of people who are actually vaccinated, fully vaccinated with 2 shots or the one Johnson & Johnson. but our number of people who are at least in line with their first shot is lower than that. But all of it proving that the vaccination rollout has been such a key to reducing the case numbers.
Mondo, are we flashing yet?
Oh, that's a good thing. I forgot about that. And
Yeah, you can flash whenever you want.
And we're doing it at the same time. Is that what we're going to do?
No, you can do it one after another.
Okay, so she'll do hers first. So the number is 800-520-1KFI, 800-520-1534. And you saw Shannon's word right there. And the caller number that was there, as long as you say that word to Mondo when he answers the phone, you're going to pick up a $100 gift card to Rock and Brews.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we do it. There were other people. Somebody said, I love the look on Gary's face when Shannon interrupts him.
Oh, that's something fun for me to start focusing on.
You're going to have to go back and look at that.
Well, your face doesn't lie.
Somebody said, actually, it was Rumor Willis's chin says, I hope John or Ken make a special appearance at the end.
Oh,
that's not in their contract.
That's not in their contract. Also, we're going to have to clean all this up real quick because John will get mad if he sees our frivolity.
Yeah, he does not like happiness.
He doesn't like happiness or sugar or babies or puppies.
Or the smell of maple syrup.
Yeah.
He hates that.
He really hates the smell of syrup.
It's just weird. Somebody said that's weird because the vaccine cards say the lot number of a vaccine you received in order to get the proper second dose. Yes.
Yeah, but if you see it on the card, it says, Dodger Stadium and that you got your first one, you just know to go back to Dodger Stadium.
Right. Yeah, that wouldn't be...
that's not cool.
To me, that wouldn't be that hard to do, it seems. So, all right. Mondo says we have at least one of the winners, right? Are we going to do another one?
We just got both of them.
Oh, you got both of them?
Yeah, you flashed, right?
I didn't flash mine.
You didn't flash yours?
No. So nobody knows what my word is.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Nobody knows. So let's get that right. Only Shannon has flashed her name so far. Flash the sign.
Yes.
So if you're watching, you'll see exactly which sign she flashed. Anyway, that was the first one. We'll do a second one here in a second and get you some $100 gift cards to Rock and Brews. If you're hungry, you can head to Rock and Brews. It's food that you would totally crowd surf for. That's what it says. With a mix of classic American food, wide selection of craft brews, you'll get immersed in a rock and roll experience unlike any other. Head to rockandbrews.com. Find the location that's closest to you and go have some fun, especially now.
Crowd surfing, another thing that may go by the wayside.
No, I don't think so. I think you're going to get some people
all those hands
at a movie. A lot of hand stuff at the concerts, and you'll get okay. Mondo, just a heads up, I'm going to flash mine now. So if you're watching on video, I'm going to flash mine.
Let me take a screenshot.
Okay, and
oh wait, the word.
Oh, sorry, upside down. Yeah, don't let me make sure it's framed correct. There it is. All right, got that. So the caller 800-520-1534. That caller number right there has to say that phrase. And you're going to win a $100 gift card to Rock and Brews. In a moment.
Yes.
We shall return.
We will return.
To wrap up our News and Brews, our virtual News and Brews for the St. Patrick's Day. Follow us on social media at Gary and Shannon, and you will see the link there to how you can watch us wrap up the show on video.
Gary and Shannon will continue. Layla has the latest.
Authorities say...
Hey, look. I found a pot of gold. A bag of cash, but it's like a pot of gold. Hey, I want to take the pot of gold.
I don't remember doing any of that.
That's because it was last week.
And you're still going. That is a green shirt I'm wearing in that video that does not look green at all. Remember it was on the green screen?
Yes.
And, yeah. They keyed it out so it looks like it's black and blue. Crazy. What color is this?
That, by the way, Gary, it didn't make for a pain in the ass at all. MFer, why is he wearing green?
Well, part of it was because Mondo told me, don't forget your earbuds After, and don't forget, we have to record some stuff. And I knew I didn't know we'd be on the green screen, but we had to record some stuff. And then I thought I was going to wear red. It's a long story, which I just told.
Didn't make any extra work for me. Don't you worry about it. I've gotten to bed before 4 every day this week.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So thanks for doing handheld on a green screen. That also helped. Thanks.
Well, that's Mondo. Don't look at me.
I have to.
I think Neil thinks someone's going to get fired too.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it would be me at this point. It's all on me. I miss you guys, and I will miss you.
Were there any good questions in there, Neil, from people who wanted to ask us silly things about our silliness?
Mondo's looking up some questions for you. For whatever reason,
Oh,
technologically, they're not coming up on my screen. So Mondo's got some for you.
okay. Is this your penmanship?
No.
Oh, that was going to be shocking.
I wish.
Okay, that's better.
That's the last one. That's the last one
That's
we're
the
gonna.
last one.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be funny if this was Mondo's penmanship?
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
And
Sweet.
and your wife wants to know if your daughter can pick you up if you're too wasted.
Thank you, but no, it will not be wasted.
Do you know what
but I
that's your
appreciate it.
wife saying?
No, what? That I'm not allowed to come
Children are
home.
ashamed of you because you're drinking whiskey in the middle of the day.
This is still, just to be clear, this is still full.
Okay.
Okay. Sweetie. Somebody asked my wife, what do you feed Gary? He doesn't seem to age.
Cranberry sauce.
That's funny because I love cranberry sauce.
I know.
But it's just high fructose corn syrup at that point. It's not even really cranberry sauce. It's just purple high fructose cranberry sauce or high fructose corn syrup. So
Well, an LDI has worked wonders for you.
I've only gone in there 4 times this year. I feel like I cut way back after last year because I kind of overdid it.
Yeah.
But
Your lips especially. Poor Ricky.
I think he's doing a great job.
He has to
And he
be
can't
in here
wait
for
to
a whole
leave.
hour.
Yeah, I know. There's that.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know.
Here, let me see what Twitter says.
Lanny said, Happy St. Patrick's Day. I love seeing you guys in action. Your voices, anecdotes, and laughter are a happy part of my days. P.S. I grew up in Paradise, and I appreciated all your coverage of the campfire. We actually got in trouble for that, at least the day of the campfire. Because remember, that was the morning after the shooting at over in Thousand Oaks at the bar, at the Country Western bar.
And we got in trouble for
Well,
having-
people were upset that we weren't paying attention to the fire, even though we had just seen 12 hours earlier this, massacre at a nearby that was more in our backyard.
In our defense, knowing us, I think we probably gave enough attention to both. I
Yes,
don't think you should beat yourself up about it.
I don't, but I appreciate the comment that Lanny appreciated our coverage of the whole thing. So, what's your favorite gangster movie?
Ooh.
Gangster?
Scarface.
Oh,
Probably Godfather 2.
Goodfellas.
New York.
I say Goodfellas is my favorite.
Yeah. Goodfellas is great.
Or Ocean's 8, A Gang of Ladies. That's fun.
You can't talk about ladies anymore.
That's why I kept it short.
Hi.
Hi. Do you want to bet? Can I see the YouTube chat? Yes, I can see the YouTube chat. Yep. Yeah. And half of the people work here, so. They're in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many people are in the chat? 4?
No, there's 600 and something people watching right now. So that's good.
No,
It's a
there's
good number.
not.
Strong number. It says 674 watching right now. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Neil and all his shady dark web accounts.
He's just bouncing it off of different IP addresses
Totally.
from around the world. Well, I'll finish with that because that's it. Somebody says, my name is Patrick, and I'd like to know why you aren't eating Lucky Charms.
Oh, we should have gotten Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I'll do it again. On the air or on the video?
At the on there.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Greedy Girl, are you both from California originally?
Yes.
Yes, it doesn't feel like we say that very often. Does it? Yeah, it does. We are both from California. We both were born up in Northern California, in or around the San Francisco area. Do you like drum corps? Would you like to see an event this summer?
Yes.
Okay. She likes drum corps. Carlos, were you two put together for this show, or did you choose to work with each other?
Yeah, we went to our boss and we said, we choose each other. Sorry, we're back.
I choose you.
I appreciate that. Gary and
Oh.
Shannon, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You gonna drink that whiskey?
I will.
Let's
Back
go.
off.
Let's go. Back off.
Wrapping up our virtual news and brews. We do have it up, and it will stay up on YouTube and Facebook also, so that you can check it out a little bit later. Maybe 1 o'clock is not your hour, which is fine. That's totally fine. Maybe when you replay this at 6 o'clock, that's when you tip back Bushmills or Lafar or any sort of Irish
How
whiskey.
do you
That's a
pronounce
Scotch.
that one?
That's a Scotch.
I can never figure out how to pronounce that.
I just go, yes, please.
Yes.
When they say, would you like
You just
some?
point to it.
Okay.
You say the one that starts with the L.
Yeah. Too many consonants.
Did you
in it.
get those beads from flashing?
No, they were originally attached to the dirty shot glass, and I broke it. So they're now mine.
Is it time to flash again, Mondo?
I think Mondo says, yeah.
He's had it with us.
If you're watching on video, again, you got to be one of the live people. So if you're replaying this a little bit later, you're not gonna get this. But Shannon is showing a phrase, I suppose that's what that is, and then a caller number. So 800-520-1534. That caller number who says that phrase is going to win a $100 gift card to Rock and Brews. You got to be that caller and say that phrase to actually make work, and it's only on video. We're not going to do it on the radio. But our Rock and Brews was nice enough to hand over a handful of these gift cards to us. Rock and Brews Happy Hour is back Monday to Friday, 3 to 5 in the afternoon, serving the favorites with tasty cold beers and cocktails. You can check out rockandbrews.com for the location nearest you. Rock and Brews, serving those who rock. Sharon says, you guys rock. I commuted to the ocean, and as soon as I left, you hosted a news and brews at the block. Oh, that's right. Major disappointment. I listen every day. Listen, I can't wait to get back. I can't wait to do this in person somewhere.
I feel like we should be able to do that shortly, even if it is limited capacity or it's outside or something like that.
Any of that.
We could put together something.
The weather will be fine. That's not going to be an issue. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not these places are going to have seating available. And since so many of them had to do outside seating and dining, etc.,
We could just do it at like a park, and people could bring their own chairs. And then we're going to get arrested by like the city of Burbank.
I don't know if that's the right way to
spend the
do
night
it.
in the clink for violating the COVID rules.
Somebody said something mean about John and Ken, so I'm not going to read that.
Well, it's not about us, so read away.
Well, I mean, it says you guys are the best team. I love listening to you both. I can't stand the guys. I really can't stand them.
Oh, well, that's you didn't have to
I
say that
shouldn't
out loud. Yeah.
Brian wants to hear your story. Story time.
Story time.
Your story of when you compared yourself to a bag of Ruffles.
Oh, yeah, this is an easy one. So I had been dating my boyfriend at the time, for many, many years. You know, as for get off the pot, really.
Guy's a saint. Yeah.
And 4 years, I think, 3 or 4 years. And we were in Mexico, and I had a couple tequilas. And that's what you do, you know, when you're in Mexico. I'm telling the Ruffles story, John. He loves this story. And
my favorite moment of yours.
my husband loves Ruffles. I mean, he will just kill a bag as soon as he opens it, like done in 3 minutes flat. And so I was trying to compare myself to something that he really likes, and the fact that, it could go away if he doesn't, eat the Ruffles. Propose. Right. So I said, imagine if there was a bag of Ruffles on the counter, you wouldn't leave it there for 4 years because somebody would come along and take the Ruffles. But the moral of the story
Did he just stare at you blankly like I just did? And then you had to go, I am the bag of Ruffles. Did you have to say that?
I remember you saying, I'm not just a bag of Ruffles.
I thought I was comparing myself lovingly to the Ruffles because they are something he actually enjoys.
I remember you being indignant. I'm not just a bag of Ruffles. Which is stuck in my mind forever. In fact, one listener, it's got it on the internet somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I can't get away from it.
That is so funny.
The greatest moment.
The moral of the story, though, is he proposed like within a month. So it worked.
Wait a minute. I was just going to say, he took another month. He spent a lot of time thinking about that one. Do I want Ruffles for the rest of my life?
One bag?
One
the
bag
same Ruffles?
Don't they get stale after a while? And
Easy.
I'm just saying.
You watch
and then
your
every
mouth.
once in a while you pull one out and for some reason half of it's green? Why is the potato green?
Are you going to drink that whiskey?
I will. Happy
right.
St. Patrick's Day, everybody. There.
All right. Is it my turn to go here? Yeah. Coming up next, we're going to have Bill Malugin on from Fox 11. George Gascon is now planning to dissolve or at least severely downsize the LA County DA hardcore gang unit. Well, that sounds like a good idea. On KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County, live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
Explosion investigation. I'm Deborah Mark, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Thank you for joining us for the Gary and Shannon St. Paddy's Day virtual News and Brews event. Here are some folks we'd like to thank. Don't leave yet. That's a total dick move.
Hey, Gary. Seriously. Hey, Gary.